uterus. And I remember growing up, she was very negative about her menstrual cycle. She was always, very negative about it. And I remember seeing that back then and thinking like I didn't want to go through that. And, as a strength and conditioning coach, my passion is, again, like how to prevent stuff. Like it's more prevention, like how to prevent being messed up and how to, keep your body healthy and strong for the long run. So that's something I've always been seeking. And but maybe my senior year of college, I went to the GYN on my college campus, and they told me that my pap smear was abnormal, and they wanted me to get a biopsy. I came back to New York, went to my GYN here, it was fine. He said, we'll do the biopsy anyway. Not knowing what I know now I wouldn't have done it, but so I did it, and he was like, oh, you might bleed for the next few days. And for the next year, I would just bleed randomly, like just random times. And I kept thinking there has to be a way to strengthen this. And I came across Yoni Eggs in like 2005. And when I first found out about it, it just made sense to me. Like it wasn't something that I was afraid of, because I come across a lot of women now who are kind of like nervous of it and they have like all these fears around it. But to me, it just made sense. I understand how muscles work. I understand that you have to strengthen muscles and put stress on them for them to get stronger, period. And any muscle that you don't work will get lax, like even our glasses. Like the more you wear glasses, the more your eyes don't work, your eyesight gets worse. Everybody who wears glasses knows that. You get contacts, it's even worse, So, so I started working with it, and I remember, like the first 2 years I worked with it, it was very like sporadic, and I wasn't even, like, it wasn't all the time. It might have been a couple times a month, and I forgot about it for a couple months. I worked with it, didn't work with it, and I remember feeling like, first of all, the random bleeding stopped, but I remember feeling stronger. Like I actually could feel it. And my orgasms became way more intense. And I did not have a problem with that before, but that became way more intense, which is an important thing for women because our sexual energy is our spiritual energy as well. They're the same continuum. And sexual energy is healing energy. And it is important to move that energy. Even whether or not you're having sex with someone or not, you don't necessarily need a partner, but you do need to move sexual energy. So that's very important. So having frequent and intense orgasms is important for women's health. And it affects your dreams and stuff like that. So I noticed that. I also noticed that my menstrual cycle got shorter because it used to be really long and heavy. And I remember I never had cramps, but it was really long and heavy. It went from 7 days to about 3 days and much lighter. So I noticed those things, and whatever it was that happened in those 2 years, I just felt like it was such a big deal that I had to share it with other women.